Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan. So I have filmed like a get ready with me sort of a video while answering some of your most asked questions. So that was asked me on my YouTube community post as well as Instagram. I won't be talking to you guys about the products as such, but I will be answering some very interesting questions. Before we get started with the video, I want to talk to you guys about some skincare products that would make our mothers proud and some skincare products that I have been really loving. So these are the products from the brand called Ayuga. Now Ayuga brings to you the traditional wisdom of Ayurveda in modern formats with ingredients like sandalwood and that is chandan and haldi and everything in modern, easy to use formats like face wash, sunscreen, night gel. Now this is something all of us have wished for. We've always overlooked these age-old recipes that our grandmoms and moms swear by just because of the formats that they were available in, which was not convenient to use on a daily basis. But not anymore, since Ayuga has done a wonderful job of incorporating these ingredients in a way where it's a lot more easy for us to use. So I have two products right here that have chandan or sandalwood as a base. Now, who doesn't love sandalwood? I think as Indians, all of us love this and swear by this. And it has numerous benefits, and I will name a couple of them just to refresh, I think, all of our memory. One of it being anti-aging. It is rich in antioxidants, prevents and reverses sun damage, and makes the skin more youthful and firmer as well. And also it has anti-tanning benefits, which it can reduce the tan on your skin gradually, and also the rashes or burns that is caused by the same. It has such an amazing cooling property on the skin that all of us have experienced at some or the other time. I remember using this for any kind of like sunburn, rashes on my skin because of the cooling effect that it has. So that is another thing, that it has that soothing property to it. And also, of course, sandalwood fights acne, and it also reduces the scars that appear because of this, and kind of helps your skin heal from that as well. So the product that I have right here is 1% Chandanam face wash, which has sandalwood, turmeric and 26 other precious herbs, which is listed right here on the packaging, the complete ingredient list. This one, like the name suggests, has 1% Chandanam oil or sandalwood oil, and this one has a really nice like gel-like consistency to it that actually cleanses your skin really well, thoroughly, without stripping your skin off. So it cleanses your skin of the grime, the dirt, or even the makeup residue on your face without like stripping off the natural oils from your skin, without leaving your skin really dry. So I think that this face wash would suit all skin types, because I don't see why there is a particular skin type that cannot use this one. I've used this post like my makeup routine and everything. Sometimes even if you are really good with removing like the makeup with micellar water or whatever, there is a little bit of residue left, and that's when I really like to use a good face wash. Not something that is too mild, but something that is like this, that can actually cleanse your skin, makes it feel nice and refreshed, brighter and refreshed. So the next product that I have right here is the 2% Chandanam sunscreen. This has an SPF of 50. So this is a broad spectrum sunscreen that has ingredients like Suncat D that gives you UVA as well as UVB protection, and it also has a PA+++ rating. So what I like is that it has that 2% Chandanam oil or sandalwood oil that actually nourishes your skin, hydrates your skin while applying this. I don't really like when my sunscreen actually like feels really dry and matte and tugging on my skin. This is not like that at all. And also, even if you do apply a little bit of a generous amount, it doesn't really have any white cast. That is again something that I really appreciate. So this is a sunscreen that most skin types would really like, again because of that hydrating property of this, and also it protects your skin from the harsh rays of the sun, and also from uneven tan and sunburns and all of that. So I have been really loving this. I make sure to use this all over my face, neck, and even on my body. So make sure that you do not skip a sunscreen irrespective of the kind of weather there is. So I have been really loving this sunscreen and this face wash and the like ingredients that add on to this, and so I will make sure to link all these products in the description box below, and also leave a coupon code for you guys right here on the screen so that you can shop on the Ayuga website with additional discount. But apart from that, these products are also available on Nykaa, Amazon and Flipkart for you to shop from. So with all that being said, let's get started with the first question. So The first question is, do your colleagues ask you for makeup questions? How do they treat you? Because you also do YouTube. So yeah, they do ask me quite a few like makeup related questions, and I do get asked quite a bit like what product would suit them, and what if I can recommend a lipstick for their skin tone. And it's because I have seen them in person, in real, and everything. Yeah, I do get asked all of that quite a bit. So I'm not sure if I should be telling out the name. I don't know if people want me to tell. So I'm just going to be leaving the questions right here. And the next question is, on which app do you edit your videos? I edit my videos on Final Cut Pro. I have tried Premiere Pro, but it's not for me. Like, I like Final Cut Pro. I find it to be a lot more easier, and I could edit a lot faster with it. So the next question that a lot of people want to know is if I have any other job apart from YouTube, if it is my full-time job, if I have any other business, what field of work am I in, and then followed by my educational qualifications. So I am an engineer, and I'm an electronics and communication engineer, and YouTube is not my full-time job, and I could easily make it my full-time job, but I do have another business which my husband and I, we are into fiber optic sensing and structural health. Yeah, genuinely I feel like I really like what I'm doing apart from YouTube, so I would never probably like let go of that. So yeah, it's not my full-time job, but I do dedicate a lot of time to this. So another question is, I find you quite amusing, to be honest. Thank you. Please share your journey, education, married life. So I mentioned my educational qualification and my marriage. Yeah, this is something that a lot of people wanted to know, like my marriage, love story, how I met my husband, how did I know he was the one. So I have answered this in a previous Q&A as well. So I know my husband ever since I was like 16 years old, and yeah, we've been really good friends, and so yeah, I was in a relationship with him actually for a long time, but more than being like lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend, we were like really good friends. We stood by each other during all of the toughest times of our life. We've been through ups and downs together, and he is my go-to person, be it for something that I'm like, if I'm in crisis, if I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I want to share something with him, absolutely. So he is the one like I just have to like disclose it to. And so yeah, I feel like, how did I know he was the one? I feel like it takes time to know that. We can't jump into a conclusion saying, okay, maybe this guy is the one for me. Like, I took my time, I saw how he behaved towards me. So I was of this perception that a lot of guys from where I've met, from maybe school, college and everything, they used to make fun of the way I look, my appearance and everything. So that did bother me quite a bit. And I was making sure to find a guy who doesn't put me down like that. Like, I don't deserve that kind of treatment and that kind of childish behavior. So I wanted someone who is mature enough to like not pick on someone for the way they look, or certain clothes they're wearing, or their appearance in general, or like even facial hair for that matter. So when I met this guy, he's like just 2 years older to me, okay, but he had so much maturity. He handled situations so much more like differently compared to all of these kids I've seen. And then he never like picked on my appearance or anything. I was someone who was always skinny, okay. So people think that it's very like casual to just talk whatever you want about them, but it does hurt. So yeah, these were all the things I was observing. I was seeing what was his priority in life, if we had similar things, you know, our aim and everything. I was from a very young age very determined what I wanted in my life, what I wanted to be like and everything. So I wanted a similar partner as well, someone who had that kind of determination, goal, who wanted to do something and make something out of themselves. So it's okay if he was not from a family of money, who didn't have a lot of wealth, no ancestral things and everything. That was not my problem at all. I just wanted someone who's ready to work. So both of us are self-made. That's what I really liked about him as well. And so yeah, how did I know he was the one? So it basically depended on how he was going to treat me, how he was going to be supportive, like especially when I had something bad going on. When something good is going on in your life, there are going to be a lot of like amazing people around, but when something bad happens, who sticks around I feel like that determines everything. Next question is, would love to see your filming setup. I am filming a studio tour, makeup collection video, everything really soon, so you guys would get to see it in that video. So the next question is, will you plan a meet and greet for your Bengaluru subscribers? Waiting for that day, would love to see you. See, this is something I actually genuinely do think about, but I don't know how I would go about it, like where, what would we do and all of that. And I just don't want it to be boring for people who actually like come to see me. So I'm not sure. And also, does anyone want to meet me? Like, I'm not sure. But I would love to. I would love to meet my subscribers, my genuine supporters and everything, but I don't know how I would do it. Do you guys have any idea how I can do that? Let me know. And the next question is, how did you come up with the idea of YouTube channel? Yeah, so this was actually again because of my husband, and it's like, oh, this girl is obsessed with her husband, but no, it was genuinely because of him. So I was really good at content writing, okay, and I am someone who can write pretty well, and I used to freelance as a content writer as well. And then he was like, why don't you like do your own blogs or something? So that's how I first initially started it. But I didn't kind of like the way it was going, and I was like, okay, I'm going to quit this. And then that time he was like, why don't you just start your YouTube channel, because it's all the rage right now, and I think you have a good personality to be on YouTube. And so he was like, okay, why don't you do that? And this idea sparked when I had to like record a interview of sorts, a video format, and send it to a company. So I sent it to my husband before I sent it to the company to see like if it was okay, and he was like, oh man, you're so like confident on camera, and you speak so well, and you are quite charming. So that's how we came about this idea. Oh, it was a process, you guys. Like my initial YouTube journey, I'm not sure if anyone's even asked this question, but it was so hard. I used to film videos. I didn't know what was the content I should film. I didn't know what I was supposed to film, what I'm supposed to talk about and everything. So the initial journey of YouTube itself is so hard, and I think a lot of you guys would relate to me now. Maybe people who already have YouTube channels, like you can understand how it is, and it is kind of hard. So yeah. That was a tough one, and every single time I think about it, I still get goosebumps as to, okay, thank God it actually like panned out pretty well. The other question is, how do you stay motivated? I think you're super underrated for the content you create. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you think of me a certain way, and I really am thankful for that. How do I stay motivated? It is hard sometimes, but I feel like I get motivated every single time like I read something really nice, and I just sit down here in my beauty room and sit and look at my makeup and come up with really good content, and that's how I stay motivated for my YouTube channel. Like sometimes it just is a little bit exhausting and you get drained out, and especially when you have a lot of collaborations and everything, they do like suck the life out of you. But to get back to myself, I always come up with my original content, and I sit and like just swatch my makeup, lipsticks, and just look at my makeup, and it makes me really happy. And in life in general, I feel like I just need to do something that I really like. So if I'm having a really bad day and a little bit of a sad one, I like to like go on the bike, just go to places I really like, eat some good food that I really like, and that I feel like cheers me, and it just gets me back on track. Just I feel like we need to take that break once in a while, and it doesn't really have to be like lavish vacations and too much of all of that. It's just little things that make you happy. And I feel another thing that also keeps me motivated is not scrolling on like social media too much. No mindless scrolling, because our brain does get demotivated and you start to compare your life with others. And it is also like all of these apps are made in such a way for you to like, you know, keep scrolling through. And I feel like eventually, like when you keep looking at everyone else, you feel like, okay, what am I doing? Why is my life like this? But everyone else is enjoying. So I make sure to spend lesser time online. The next question is yours love marriage or arranged? If love, yeah, please tell your story. It is love marriage, and yeah, it was, I mentioned it before, and not like everything went really smooth. Our families didn't approve of it and everything, but we stuck through, we made it, and we're married for 3 years now. How do you deal with slim shaming? Because it is ridiculous as fat shaming. Why people target others' body? Yeah, this is something I genuinely don't understand. First of all, I don't think we should be talking about another person's appearance, the way they look, or like make fun of it. And also, like, be it fat, slim, nothing. Do not talk about somebody's appearance. I think that's the most lowest of the low. And also, fat shaming is bad, slim shaming is just as bad as that. Sometimes a lot of us don't have control over our body. We have no choice, and we are going through a lot of things, and our body is put through a lot of it. So for me personally, I was always a skinny person, but I was really, really skinny and almost like super malnourished, and evidently looking like that as well, especially when my dad was hospitalized. He was sick, and I was going through like some emotional turmoil. It was taking a toll on my mental health, my physical health. So I was just not in my best at that time, and there were people who used to be extremely harsh towards me and used to pass such ruthless comments, and you don't even know the person's situation, you don't know anything about them, and you just come up with unsolicited advice, make fun of them. It's just such a mean thing to do. And I feel like if you're watching this video and if you are someone who's going through that, I am so sorry for what you're going through, but do not take it personally, and always keep your head up high, and do not let it alter your self-confidence, the way you think of yourself. That's what matters. And ultimately it is you that matters. It's only you, each man for himself. So it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about you, what they're going to be talking about you. I think that if you can cut them out of your life, I think that's the best thing you can do. You don't need people like that and who mock you and make fun of your appearance. I mean, nobody has the right to speak about anybody else and the way they look. So yeah, I'm so sorry if you are actually going through it, because I've been through it as well. It sometimes does get better, sometimes it doesn't. People don't stop, so you can't control that, but you can control how you think about yourself and how you're going to take this coming at you. So you can't control how it's going to come, but you can control how you feel about yourself, how you're going to let that affect you. So another question is, what are your hobbies? So my hobbies are I read quite a bit. I also like to watch a lot of movies, underrated movies, and I like to write and find dupes. I think finding dupes has become the biggest hobby that I have right now. So the next question is, where are you from? Basically, I'm from Bangalore. I was born, raised in Bangalore. So your favorite breakfast joint in Bengaluru? So where I live, I'm not sure if they still have that, but I used to go to Glenn's Bakehouse, because they used to have this beautiful breakfast, kind of like a combo meal on Sundays. So I used to love having that. So that was good. And I also really like filter coffee. Yeah, I like the sambar that they have. So I'm very specific about the sambar with my idlis and dosas. So for me, that is very, very specific. And I also really like MTR. I know you didn't ask about lunch, but for lunch, if it's biryani, it's Nagarjuna. I don't care what anyone says. Nagarjuna, any day. So the next question we have is, are you interested in expanding to other ventures? Yes, yes, yes. I'm always someone who's working on something. Maybe you guys would never know about it, because if it's not like makeup or anything, I'm not going to be disclosing it here on YouTube, but I am always someone who's working on something else. So the next question is, how much do you earn from sponsorship and YouTube? Yeah, I know it. A lot of you would be curious, like, how do YouTubers make money? Do we make enough? Do people like overspend than what they earn? So these have been genuinely my questions as well when I initially started off. So I'm not sure about other YouTubers, but me, I can say that YouTube is not been consistent like the AdSense income. It's I do earn above the threshold every month, but it is not very good. Like if I have to solely depend only on YouTube income, it is not that good. But sponsorship, yes, I do earn pretty well. And I am glad I'm able to do that, and so that I can put back and invest into my studio, my channel, and buy whatever equipments it is, and even if it is like a little bit expensive, high quality products and all of that. And I'm really grateful for you guys for actually supporting my channel. If it was not for you guys watching my channel, supporting, constantly engaging, I would never have any of this. So that is also something I want to tell you guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really mean this. So another question, these are like a combination of a couple of questions I received. How do you stay away from YouTube drama, cause you're the most unproblematic YouTuber? And another question that I received, if YouTube is toxic, if you find anyone to be toxic right here, and if anyone's tried to bring you down, backstab you and all of that. So I'm not going to give much into this, but I will give you a scenario that happened to me. So I'm here like minding my own business. Recently there was this YouTuber who snitched on me, and I'm not going to be revealing the name. I'm not going to be disclosing all of that because I feel like I am better than that, and there's no difference between me and this person if I did the same thing. So they snitched behind my back and they thought that I would get into trouble. It was a very fixable, solvable thing, and I didn't get into trouble, but I of course did get to know who it was. So yeah, that's how people are. And this is not something that happens just in the YouTube community, not just here. It happens everywhere. I think it is quite common in any workplace as well. And I think a lot of you guys are going through the same thing as well. Even if you're minding your own business, there will be people who pull you into something, put you into trouble, and try to like bring you down. I feel like it is the same thing everywhere. So I tend to stay away from all of this. I try to pick the battle you want to fight. And for me, I'm very specific about what I'm here to do. I'm here to deliver good content, create good original content. I put a lot of my time and effort into each and every video I create. I put my time into it. I try to make it as different as possible, and that's all I'm here to do. I want to engage with you guys, talk to you guys, create good content and leave. That's it. I don't want to be here to pull someone down, get involved into any kind of drama, or be pulled into any kind of drama. That's not what I'm here for. And I feel like that's what I really like about YouTube as well. Like, you can do what you want to do, but you don't have to, like, you're not necessarily controlled by anybody, and you don't necessarily have to fear anybody, because it is just you and a camera, and then it's up to your audience if they accept you or they don't want to. So all of these other unnecessary things where people are trying to like involve you into certain things, I think it's easily avoidable. You can stay the hell out of it if you choose to, because this happened to me quite a while back, and nobody ever knows about this. I'm never going to talk to anyone about it. And I will never disclose who this person is, but I know who that is. So do you believe in manifestation? If yes, then would love to hear your manifestation story. So my YouTube channel on its whole itself is a manifestation story. So I pictured myself a certain way. I wanted to be in this place, and I worked towards it, and I had that picture in my head every day, and I worked, and I still do work towards betterment. And I feel like that is what is my manifestation story. I'm not sure if that answers your question. So yeah, and then the next couple of questions related to social media and how it makes people feel a little bit bad about themselves, and maybe feeling like they've not done enough because you see people achieving so and so at a certain age and you haven't been there yet. So there's one thing I want to tell you guys, like, everybody's journey is different. Your time will come, and the time you have to prove yourself would be different, and the way things come to you would be different, and your timing would be different. Just because it's not happening to you at 22, 23, 24 doesn't mean that it's never going to happen to you. It is a constant process, and you have to work towards it, and your time will come through. You don't have to feel like you're anywhere lesser, because I also got these comments like, it makes you feel like you're not taking care of your parents enough, and you constantly feel guilty, which happens to a lot of us. And for the longest time after my college, I actually didn't really have like a full-time proper job where I couldn't even like take care of anything. And just if I was to like sulk and determine how my life is going to be from that moment on, like based on that moment, I feel like we would never like move past that and work on ourselves. I feel like you shouldn't let anything alter your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and your belief in yourself. And you don't know how your life is going to turn out a couple of years later. It's just going to be beautiful. So you just have to wait on yourself, be patient with yourself, and constantly work on yourself, improve a skill, work on your skills, and be good at whatever you do. That's pretty much it, and that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. And also let me know if you want me to film more such videos. Let me know in the comment section down below, and also what other videos would you like to watch. So while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.